of the 21st century, many global financial institutions recognize Islamic banking as an important new opportunity for growth and have adopted in Islamic practices to serve this expanding market. Rejection of interest by Islam poses the question of what replaces the interest rate mechanism in Islamic framework. Here, PLS comes in, substituting profit and loss sharing for interest as a method of resource allocation. Although a large number of different contracts feature in Islamic financing, certain types of transaction are central: trustee finance, mudaraba, equity participation, musharaka, and markup methods. Four key roles are performed in a financial system. It provides financial intermediation services, channeling funds from ultimate savers to ultimate borrowers. The system provides a wide range of other financial services not immediately related to financial intermediation. It creates a broad array of assets and liabilities, each of which have different characteristics. Central role of any financial system is the creation of incentives for an efficient allocation of resources within an economy.
The primary objective of establishing Islamic economics is to spread economic prosperity within the framework of Islam, of promoting and fostering Islamic principles in the business sector. Islamic banking statutes and laws are strictly in line with Sharia principles for financial transactions, where riba and gara are all identified as not Islamic. Facility stability in money value. Islamic recognizes money as means of exchange, not as a commodity where there should be a price for its use. Hence, riba-free system leads to stability in the value of money to enable the medium of exchange to be a reliable unit of account. Every bank has their own objectives. As for Maybank, as the Sharia is designed on the basis of and for the purpose of human benefit, must al-Sharia constitute the various dimensions of human needs. Their fulfillment will create balanced satisfaction in human life at the level of both the individual and the society and help realize human well-being. It will therefore encompass the micro and macro dimensions of individual and collective life. With reference in Islamic finance, particular Mashkit al-Sharia refer to the overall goals, meaning that the Sharia aims to achieve from its principles and rulings related to financial activities and transactions. It is characterized in the Quran with the concepts of right finance, putting things in their right places, equality, harmony, balance, and modernization. It is right to have equal opportunity to be free from exploitation and to receive true value in exchange for one labor. This objective underlines the substantive regulative rules of the Sharia, the formation of the community, and the behavior of individuals. Islamic banking in Malaysia began in September 1963 when Perbadahan Wang Simpanan Bakal Haji (PWSBH) was established. PWSBH was set up as an institution for Muslims to save for their Haji expenses. In 1969, PWSBH merged with Pejabat Urusan Haji to form Lembaga Urusan dan Tabung Haji, also known as Lembaga Tabung Haji. The first Islamic bank in Malaysia was established in 1983. In 1993, commercial banks, merchant banks, and finance companies were allowed to offer Islamic banking products and services under Islamic Banking Scheme, that is IBS. These institutions, however, are required to separate the funds and activities of Islamic banking transactions from that of the conventional banking business to ensure that there would be any co-mingling of funds. Set a perfect example, we can use Maybank to explain about Islamic banks around Malaysia. Malayan Banking Berhad, also known as Maybank, is a universal bank with key operating home markets of Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia. According to the 2020 Brand Finance Report, Maybank is Malaysia's most valuable bank brand, the fourth top brand in Asia, and ranked 72 in the world's most valuable bank brands. However, Maybank announced the establishment of its Islamic banking subsidiary, Maybank Islamic Berhad, effective 1 January 2008, and reaffirmed the group's focus on three key strategic businesses: International Currency Business Unit, Islamic Investment Banking, and Islamic Wealth Management to further grow its leadership in Islamic banking in Malaysia and compete more aggressively in the global Islamic market. Maybank is the largest Islamic financial services provider in the Asia-Pacific region and is to further reinforce its leadership with the creation of its Islamic subsidiary.
Advantages of Islamic banking. First, promotes financial justice. Financial justice is the main principle of the Islamic model. Islamic banking creates a balance for the net profit loss between the lender and the beneficiary rather than throw it all on the entrepreneur. If a project is financed by the Islamic Bank, the output of the project will be equally distributed amongst both parties. For an example, if a financier is expecting a claim on profits of a project, it is also necessary that the same financier be liable for the proportional share of the loss of that project if the project goes south. Second advantage is reduces the impact of harmful products and practices. Islamic banking restricts the goods and services that are restricted in Islam, such as alcoholic beverages, tobacco, gambling, pornography, and etc., irrespective of whether they are legal or not in a given country. Third is strengthen financial stability. In Islamic finance, the investments are approached cautiously and the decision-making process is carried out thoroughly, unlike the conventional banking system. The companies who appear risky are usually kept away from financial institutes. For example, this is why during the global 2008 financial crisis, the Islamic Financial Institute remained untouched. With careful audit and analysis, the Islamic Finance Institute lessens the occurrence of risk and enhance financial stability. And last advantage of Islamic banking is ethical and moral values. The ethical and moral value within the Islamic banking system are one of its salient features. This plays an important role in promoting socially desirable investments and better individual or corporate relationship as well as behavior.
Today I'm going to explain about issue that faced by Maybank. So the first issue that they face is Maybank's cost to income is more than 45% and expected to continue approaching 50%. Second issue is among all Malaysian banks, Maybank's loan to deposit ratio is the third highest, hence it may not able to gear up and push its loan to deposit ratio a little further to ensure NIM remains sustainable. The third issue is competition for loans and deposit. It's not abate and NIM compression will likely continue into 2016. The fourth issue is DRP will drag row. And the fifth issue is increase in provisioning for loan impairments for some corporate loans customers areas due to the difficult market condition in Indonesia. And lastly, when Maybanks venture overseas, the banks itself might encounter some challenges during their business operation. First of all, the foreign exchange automatically becomes at first main point that an industry venture in a new country. For example, condition of Maybank in Singapore, it is because due to the depreciation of ringgit Malaysia, Maybank becomes a war of a need to prepare faced by foreign exchange risk. In a result shows that rising overseas operating costs and the weak economic condition becomes main reason of bank venture overseas. Besides, the financial director does not understand it aging is such as risk and lack of market knowledge happened. So that's
The usage of media. Islamic banking has so far ignored the use of media. Even the Muslims are not very much aware of the fact that the Islamic banking is being practiced in the world. The banks have not ever used an effective media to publicize their activities. Some reports did appear in American newspapers about Islamic banking, but they are not enough for a proper publicity of the Islamic system in the world. Another challenge faced by Islamic banking is from their borrowers of pure loan. The loan has gained a prominent role in the present-day economic activities. Apart from the loans for commercial or productive needs, the loans are required for personal consumption or non-productive needs. The Islamic banks with very limited funds for such loans will thus be ignoring the needs of quite a large class of population. Institutions will have to be developed to meet the society's demand for loan, particularly for genuine consumption purpose.
Another challenge faced by is misunderstanding and lack of standardization of Islamic financial concept. Some people misunderstand the concept of Islamic financial institution. They only thought that Islamic financial institution is available for Muslims. Although Islamic financial institutions are compliant to Sharia law, it is not only applicable for Muslims. Under a study, there are only few numbers of Muslims aware to the Islamic banking operation, while there's almost none of non-Muslims have clear concept for the Islamic finance culture. It proves that the customer awareness of Islamic finance sector is unfavorable. In Malaysia, the education provided to customers regarding the Islamic banking products are still insufficient. Furthermore, the next challenge faced by is legal challenges. Islamic banking is lack of effective supervisory framework, and it is one of the weakest of the prevailing system and deserves serious attention. The roles of both the Sharia advisory boards and the central banks need to be streamlined and strengthened. Islamic banks have devised their own practices and procedures to accomplish their banking activities. However, commercial banking and company laws appropriate for implementing of Islamic banking and financial contracts do not exist. Hence, the problem of tax discrimination. Islamic banking contracts are treated as buying and selling properties, and hence are taxed twice. In conclusion, banking is an activity where one is concerned with the management of other people's money. That is why bankers are all over the world are conservative and cautious people. Hence, changes coming to the banking sector are usually slow. Furthermore, Islamic banking is just 15 years old. It needs more time to grow and mature. Nevertheless, current scene of Islamic banking is a dynamic in which changes within the system are continuously occurring. The need of the hour is to strengthen these emerging trends.